I feel insecure in relationships. My name is Ross, and I help men in their 30s and 40s rediscover their direction and have the confidence to express themselves into the world so they feel strong and capable to build the life they've always dreamed of. If you'd like to book a call with me, there's a link in the description below, and I hope you enjoy the video.
Hey guys, so I've just had a demonstration of how well this stuff works when you really commit to helping yourself to be okay about things, right? So I know, and in the last video, that I have been really kind of winding myself up about certain situations with regards to the relationship that I'm having, right? It's just started. I've got all these insecurities going on. I've got anxieties going on, and then I want to see her a bit more. And so there's loads of things going on with that. And so I kind of realized that what I was doing was fueling the situation and making it worse. And why was I doing that? Well, because in a sense, in one way, it's because I'm used to feeling like this. And in another way, there is a part of me that believes that this is what relationships are all about. You know, it's this kind of to and fro and this romantic kind of suspense of some kind, this romantic, like a sort of pain where we can't be together, or there's something always in the way. And it's like, well, in some respects, like that's sort of quite addictive, if you know what I mean. And in other ways, it's quite pleasant, and it makes the relationship that much more intense. And in some ways, there's nothing wrong with that. But what if things don't have to be like that? You know, what if there's something beyond that can happen in a relationship? I mean, I think in some ways I'm going a little bit too far into it. You know, there's going to be some degree of intensity. I have my issues to work through. I'm sure that she has her issues also to work through. That can be done together, but it's also got to be an inner journey. And I guess in some respects, that inner journey is part of what I'm taking. And it's not complex. You know, I was saying a particular statement to myself all the way along. It's like, what was it? And I've forgotten what it is. But anyway, I was saying a particular statement, and the last part of that statement was, it's not my problem to solve. The first part was, it's okay that you feel this way. Right, so I say it in its entirety. It's okay that you feel this way, and it's not my problem to solve. And so why would you say it's okay to feel this way? Well, for a start, you're accepting the feeling that's there. You're not trying to push it out. You're not trying to mess around with it. You're not trying to project it. You're not trying to project anything onto it. You're not trying to say it's not supposed to be there, right? And then when you say it's not my problem to solve, what do? You give it over to something else in order to sort of kind of take it from you, in a sense. It's sort of like giving it to God, but it's giving it to that higher power, because you are a part of that higher power, right? And once you release that, you surrender it to that higher power, it's then got the freedom to leave. It's got the freedom to go. And then what replaces that? You allow more of who you truly are into your body. You become more grounded. You become more at ease with yourself. And that's essentially exactly what happened to me just now. And I was saying a statement, and sometimes you can say the statement and think, I just want to get rid of it by saying a statement, but you just have to let it be there, no matter how painful that is, right? And so that's what I did, and it's worked really well. And it's kind of funny, because I feel like, in a sense, in part, both me and my partner are going through this, but at the same time, there's a lot of this that is really personal to me. And it's really personal to the emotions that I have in a relationship, to the person that I'm used to being in a relationship, right? So that projection, and sometimes you think, well, I wonder if this is just all me, or whether it's partly, my partner in this relationship. And I think, it it's always your responsibility to do your own inner work, no matter where it's coming from or where it is. And so I think this experience, what it's done for me is it's really kind of given me an insight into who I've been being, and it's brought me back around to who I'm going to choose to be in the face of my issues, in the face of what's coming up for me. Because really weirdly, in a sense, the world's like a mirror, but the mirror is actually, it's sort of like not reflecting anything. It kind of is, if that makes sense, because it always does, but it's reflecting stuff back to me, but it's not in the form mostly of the relationship, it's really odd, because it just feels to me like most of this is inside my body. It's inside of me. It's purely invented by the pattern that exists within me about relationships. And the scary thing about that is that there's always this kind of fear of loss. There's always this fear of being suddenly dumped, right? Or maybe the other person finds somebody else. It's really, it's odd. It's kind of an insult to the other person as well, right? Because you can kind of project that they're not committed or that they're not interested. And often that is so, I mean, in this case, it's so far from the truth. It's unbelievable. And so, yeah. Anyways, I kind of went off on another tangent there, guys, but, yeah, just, I don't know if you guys have ever really experienced any of this. What value have you obtained from this video? What has it taught you? How could you learn in your own relationships to just let things, just let things go, and just be present with the emotions and just hand it over to that higher power, whatever that might be for you. Let me know in the comment section below, guys. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.